the recent addition of sidekicks in Fortnite, it really got me thinking about what sidekicks would I want to see be added into the game. So today I wanted to talk about some of the sidekicks that I would love to see be added into Fortnite. Just a quick note, the first few are actually just a few ideas which I actually have for sidekicks, but they are a part of the video anyways, so I'm including them here. If you guys like the content that you see, make sure to subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on so you don't miss any more reviews from me. Also, if I could drop a like on the video if you guys happen to enjoy the content. Make sure to use code MINO5 in the Fortnite item shop as it helps out the channel tremendously. And also, let me know down below in the comment section what sidekicks would you want to see be added into Fortnite. With all that out of the way, let's hop right into the video. So my first one is actually going to be converting every single original pet back bling into sidekicks. We actually just saw this recently with the Bonesy pet turning into a sidekick. And for those who actually owned the pet originally back in Chapter 1 Season 6, you actually got the sidekick version for absolutely free, which was awesome. And I really hope that this is something that we're going to see more often, because there are so many great pets that, in my opinion, deserve a second chance inside the game. Like, imagine if we got Empress as a sidekick, or even some of the collaboration ones, like the Child, Claptrap, or even Rocket. I think this would be an amazing idea to continue converting some of the already existing pets that are in the game into sidekicks. Maybe this can also be an excuse for them to bring back Gunner at this point. I don't think anyone would really care. But speaking of that, what about some more animal skins? As there's a whole bunch of different animal skins that we actually do have in the game. I can't really mention every single one of them, but just to mention a few here, imagine if these were actually sidekicks, like Fabio Sparkle Mane, Meow Souls, and even Cluck out of all skins. I'm telling you, there's way too many animal skins in the game to mention here, but I think you get the idea. I think this would be a really cool idea. We are seeing them do this quite often with most of the sidekicks that we already have in the game, or based off of our already existing skins in the game. And there actually are two more, one of which actually just recently came out, but there's another one that is actually currently in the files that is also based off of a skin in Fortnite. So maybe this is going to be something we're going to see more often, which I hope we do, because this is a really good idea as well. Now at number 3, I actually got another really cool idea here, and that is, what about the back blings that are basically animals? Why not make those into sidekicks? I'm not kidding, there's a lot of different back blings that really could have just been pushed out as pets. I'll throw a few on screen, just something I can show you guys a few examples here, because it's not even just the originals. I'm also talking about the collab ones. Imagine if we got Zero as a sidekick. That would be absolutely awesome. And hey, it would actually open up the doorway for more ideas like this, because epic. The idea is literally right there for these back blings that actually be turned into sidekicks. And imagine if you actually owned any of the back blings here, you actually got the sidekick for free. So similarly to how they gave out the Bonesy pet, I think that'd be an awesome idea as well. But what about some normal original ideas here? Maybe we could see like a capybara. That'd be pretty funny to see. Maybe a rabbit, or even a parrot, because the closest thing we ever really got to a bird was the Ohm's pet from, like, I think that was a Chapter 2 Season 3 back bling for Jules. But imagine if we got like a cartoon parrot as a sidekick. I think that'd be pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, due to recent events that happened in the item shop with us getting our very first collaboration sidekick, this opened up the doorway for some really interesting ideas for collaborations for sidekicks. And I got a few of them that I wanted to mention in this video. The first one is SpongeBob. This is a collaboration that's pretty much confirmed to be happening at some point in the future due to recent car leaks. And to be honest with you here, if they don't make the SpongeBob characters into skins, I think going the sidekicks route would be a perfect idea. Imagine running around with SpongeBob just walking right next to you. That'd be really funny to see. And imagine like the different edit styles and some of the other cosmetics you can actually get from there. Imagine if like you got an elimination and SpongeBob was actually doing his iconic laugh every single time that you got an elimination. I think that'd be really cool. Another collaboration that I really think should happen here is Sonic the Hedgehog. Same thing with SpongeBob. If they're not going to make skins for this collaboration, then make these characters into sidekicks. I don't think that's really a big deal. But what I'm trying to say here is that how small the characters are, it definitely opens up the doorway. If they cannot be skins in the game, then they can easily be sidekicks. And Sonic characters can easily be sidekicks any day of the week. I definitely think that'd be a really smart idea to bring them inside to Fortnite without making them, you know, skins. Now, this next one's actually pretty interesting here. I wanted to talk about this one here, and this is Ted from the Ted movies. I love these movies. These are some of my favorite comedy movies of all time, and I think having Ted inside of Fortnite would just be absolutely hilarious. And the only reason why I am mentioning him here is because we got that Cuddle Team Leader sidekick released. So it gives me hope that this collab could actually happen. I don't think it's going to, but this would be absolutely hilarious in my opinion. However, one that I can honestly see happening at some point is Spyro the Dragon. I think him as a sidekick would be absolutely sick. I grew up playing some of the games, by the way, and I'm a big fan of Spyro, so this would be a really cool collab for me personally to see be added into the game. And again, they can't really do him as a skin. I think the Sidekicks cosmetics would be a great place for him to be inside of Fortnite. I definitely think that'd be an awesome idea as well. But what about Jeff the Land Shark? I think that this character being added into Fortnite is more likely now. With how popular the character has gotten since Marvel Rivals came out a year ago, I think it's almost bound to happen that we're probably going to see this character be added in at some point in the future. Or maybe, you know, Marvel. Do another collab with Marvel Rivals and Fortnite. Please add in more characters from Marvel Rivals into Fortnite. I beg you. But nonetheless here, I think Jeff the Land Shark would definitely be a really fun character to have inside of Fortnite, especially with the different variations that he actually has inside of Marvel Rivals. I think adding this character in the game would be a really fun addition. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, I have Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. I think this would be a character that would just be absolutely over the top. It's literally Perry the Platypus. I think this character would be a really interesting one to add into the game, and there's so many different collaborations I could have mentioned here, but I didn't want to make the video that long anyways. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter AKMX account. Also, don't forget to use my support code within the Fortnite item shop. That's Mino5, that's MINO5, please and thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember everyone, so it's good to take chances.